Blades fans, like and subscribe to when Saturdays come. Up the Blades.
Hello everyone, welcome back to When Saturdays Come with me, Drive By. Morning after the night before, it's Sunday after the disappointing result at Oxford United yesterday. I hope you're getting over it because we've got another game coming up on Tuesday against Millwall. We'll talk about that in a little while. I just want to do a little recap on the Oxford United game. As disappointing as it was, I didn't expect us to lose. I don't think any of us did really. But the Championship as it is, I don't think the Blades played very well. Teams are capable of beating everybody else. And put it into perspective, you know, as disappointed as I am, let's take a little step back. I think we really need to not panic here, because I've been scrolling through a few of the social sites, and some of it is just complete meltdown. We've lost a game and the world's falling apart. It's not as bad as Leeds fans are falling apart and stuff like that, but people needs to give their heads a little wobble. You know, if we'd have said to you at the beginning of the season, would we have took this where we are now, second in the league where we are, having a rebuild? I'm sure we all would. You know, even if the worst was to worst come and we play in the playoffs, or we've got another season in the Championship, you know, it's not the end of the world. You know, we will get back to the Prem. Hopefully it will be this season. I'm optimistic that we will get there this season. We've got to be realistic. You know, we haven't we aren't still on a rebuild. We've got a new side. They're still gelling. Well, they are gelling and they are doing well. Chris has done a fantastic job and the staff have done a fantastic job. But let's not get too downhearted. I know all fans, including me, we all a bit fickle. We all managers. We all think we can do better or pick a better team, or we can play this and play that player and all the rest of it. You know, end of the day, all we can do as fans is get behind the team. That's our job. That's our job, to do that. Support the team when things are a bit tough, when things don't go as we want it to. And it's not in our, you know, we can sit in the stands and egg the team on and cheer them on and do the best that we can. And hopefully that the players will do their job and get the results that we want them to get. And, you know, players are human. They're not robots. You know, they have got feelings, they have got thoughts, they have got, you know, pressures like everybody else has in their lives, you know, on and off the pitch. But we are in a position now in the league table and where it is. It's not going to get any easier. It's going to get even tougher. And I've said it's a roller coaster, and it will be. We'll lose the odd game. We're not going to win every game. There'll be twists and turns. You know, Burnley have fought their way to the top of the league. You know, Leeds have on a bit of a wobble. We lost yesterday. It's still, there's more games, points to be played. We still, the destiny is in Sheffield United's hands. It's not in Burnley's hands. It's not in Leeds' hands. It's on Sheffield United. It's on Sheffield United players. It's on the managers. It's up to them how they handle the pressures on each game. Every game will be different. No matter who we play, you know, they have their own strategy and own ways of playing, which we have to find a way to win. And we will find a way to win, hopefully. We couldn't do it at Oxford. It was disappointing. We tried everything. I thought the players have to show some responsibility as well. And, you know, you can bark orders out all you like from the touchline. You know, we can scream and shout as much as we want from the terraces, but the players have to do the biz on the pitch as well. And unfortunately, it didn't happen yesterday. But don't get too downhearted. I've got our downhearted. Our a bit. I suppose my weekend sometimes when we don't win a game of football for Blades. But I've been watching Blades long enough to know that these things happen. It'll always happen, no matter what division we're in. We're going to win some, we're going to lose some, and we have to ride the disappointments. Never get too high when we win, never get too low when we lose. And we'll bounce back. And we'll bounce back on Tuesday, hopefully, against Millwall. There's no reason why we can't. it's the destiny's in our hands. It's how much we want it, how much the players can handle the bottle, and the determination. Yeah, we played Millwall on Tuesday. They've always been pretty much tight games with Millwall. Over the years, I think we've played them. Hang on a minute. Let me just look at the stats. I wrote a few stats down somewhere. I think we've played them around last 17. It's been pretty even games. And their manager Alex Neil, he's been around a bit. We all know Alex Neil, don't we? He was manager at Stoke, Sunderland, Preston North End, Norwich. So he knows the way around a football pitch. He's no mug, and Chris knows him as well. They've had battles over the years. I think Alex Neil's record against Sheffield United or Chris Wilder, the last 6 games, he's only beat us twice and we've won 4 times. So that's a good start to start off with, isn't it? So Chris has got an edge over Alex Neil. They play a formation of 4-2-3-1, which is similar to ours. They're 13th in league. They've won 14, drawn 12, lost 14. Their away form is 1-5, drawn 8, lost 7. They don't score many goals. It's quite poor. Their average is like 0.98, which I looked up on football stats, which is very poor. And goals conceded is 1.03. So, and that's pretty good. So they don't score a lot. They don't concede a lot either. So I'm predicting another tie game. So there's no reason why we can't. If we get behind the team again on Saturday, don't get disheartened if it's not going too well. Just get behind the team and support them. That's our job to do that, from terraces, and let the team do the job. And I'm sure they will, and they'll work hard. They know what's at stake. Chris Wilder knows that's at stake. We can talk the talk as much as they want. They can talk as much as they want in the presses. I mean, Chris, like on the day, was saying, we're going to go for it and this and that, other. You never know what's going to happen on a game of football. Anything can happen, and it does happen. So I try and put that all to one side, and it's on the day, on the night, under the lights on Tuesday night at Bramall Lane. We need another 3 points. Leeds have got a difficult game at Middlesbrough. They're in the playoff positions. They'll want to sustain that. They want to keep that. So they've got another tough game coming up. If you notice, Leeds dropped the keeper, Meslier, on Saturday, and Chayton swapped the keeper, so they panicked a little bit on that. So they know the pressure's on Leeds as much as it was on Burnley, as much as it's on us. So it's undoubtedly down to Sheffield United and how we produce, and if we produce. At the end of the day, I've said before, in the Prem, it's a business. Sheffield United Football Club is a business. It's about gaining Prem, and it sorts your finances out. But it's not the end of the world if we don't get promoted. And I think we will. I'm not putting a downer on it. I still think we'll do it one way or other. I don't want it to do by playoffs. They're a nightmare. You know they're a nightmare. I know they're a nightmare. So let's just hope we can keep forging ahead. We've got Plymouth on Saturday after Millwall, so it's important we try and get 6 points. Keep the pressure on Burnley and Leeds, and every game what goes by, the pressure is mounting and mounting, and we want to be in a good position when we play Burnley in a couple of weeks' time, don't we? So let's keep your chins up, everybody. Don't get too downhearted. Put your comments in below. Let me know what your team is. Let me know what your thoughts are. I know it's been a bit of a disappointing weekend for us, but we'll bounce back. That's football, isn't it? There's ups and downs, swings and roundabouts. I'm optimistic. Stay optimistic. I just think it'll be, like I said, a roller coaster from now on until end of the season. Who knows what's going on? We can predict it as much as we want. Obviously, just get behind the team. That's all we need to do. That's our job. Stay positive. Put your thoughts in the comments below. I really appreciate it. Please like and subscribe, as always. The subscribers, we've got over 700 now, which is absolutely fantastic. I can't believe we're at that point where we are at this point of the season. So I'll put if you remember when we played Millwall away early on the season, we won 1-0. Rian scored. After a great bit of control from Heyman, he put the ball into the box, and Rian couldn't miss. I'll put the highlights on after this video so you can watch that at your leisure. It's a couple of minutes long. But get behind the team, everybody. Don't get too downhearted. We really need to get behind him. So, Up the Blades. I'll put a pre-match on. I'll put an after-match on after the Millwall game. And let's hope we're still riding high on Tuesday night. Up the Blades. I'll speak to you soon. Take care.
So just with a bit of fizz towards the far post. It's not a bad nod either. Back across goal as Tanganga looking to make an immediate impact on his return to the starting 11 tonight. The early exchange is being dominated possession-wise, at least by the Blades, and they're starting to do something with it now. Burrows, it's a cracking delivery all the way across the 18-yard box, swinging a miss by everybody, and somehow it stays out, and there's not even effort really to test Lucas Jensen. The best opportunity perhaps falling to Harmer, but nobody can really get their foot on it and guide it towards goal. O'Hare fighting with Tanganga, and the defender comes away with it. And he goes looking for that near post too, and he almost found the gap off the outside of the goal frame. Chris and Rexaki looked like they were combining to create something, and then it all just got a bit overly complicated. Nothing complicated about this from Watmore, taking the direct route down this left-hand side. He's got options. No clear route towards goal for Eze. That's a better strike, and it's off the post from Saville. So difficult to find the target as he turned on a sixpence, and the goal frame saves Sheffield United. That's a cracking ball over the top though for Harmer, laid off unselfishly, and Sheffield United have the breakthrough from Brewster. Back from injury, back in the starting 11, and back scoring goals for Sheffield United. But that one comes in the most simple of fashions, thanks to the layoff from Gustavo Harmer.